Is project management really dying, or are you falling behind? What's stopping you from evolving in this project management industry? And more importantly, are you ready to lead, or will you be replaced by someone who is? In today's episode, we're going to focus on the solutions, not the problem, the solutions to finding ways to maintain your competitive edge in this thing that I love, that I hope you fall in love with, called project management. Point number one, continuous learning is non negotiable anymore. Again, continuous learning is non negotiable anymore. Listen, family, I have to be honest with you. In the days of where technology is getting faster, as organizations are making shifts faster, as things continue to evolve, you have to evolve in this career. Now, one of the biggest things is that I know, and I'm grateful for the certifications that I've achieved, the education that I've achieved, but it's a continuous growth. You have to be continuous learning. And watch this, family. You can't just learn just to be learning. You need to apply what you've learned. This is why I always try to empower you to, when you listen to these videos, when you watch these videos, take this information that I'm talking about and go and experiment in your profession. If you're not in the profession and you're trying to make the transition into the profession, start practicing in your personal life some of these tactics and tips, because I'm telling you, you need to find out what works for you. Here's my actionable tip. When I launched the magnetic project management community, matter of fact, I don't care even if it's not my community you want to join. Get around some individuals or a group of people that are like-minded with regards to the career or profession. If it's project management, I'm hoping that's what it is, that you get around those like-minded people and dedicate regular time to learning new tools, methodologies, framework, and industry trends through courses, webinars, and certification. But again, my caveat to you is just don't take in this information and not do anything with it. Let's move on to point number two. Project management is fundamentally people focused. Sometimes we keep forgetting this. This is why I wrote in the book, The Magnetic Project Manager. If you don't have a copy, go pick up one at Amazon. This is what I put in here. It's important to understand that success depends on leading people, not just managing tasks. We get so caught up in, all right, where I'm going to manage task one and task two. No, it's about the people. So remember, tools and processes support projects, but people deliver results. Here's my actionable tip. Prioritize team engagement, motivations, development to create high performing teams that drive project success. Family, I've been in meetings, project management meetings, whether as a weekly or bi-weekly meeting, and they're so boring because the project manager is leading the meeting. There's no excitement, there's no engagement, there's no motivation. He or she does all the talking and they do not engage the team in pulling out information out the team. So make your meetings fun. I'm not talking about being crazy fun. I'm talking about being motivating fun, being engagement fun. All right, let's move on. Family, I was just thinking, what can I do for the family just to ensure that they have an understanding that about AI? Because I know there's this huge concern about AI. And this is what today's episode is about. And we're talking about solutions to address this concern with AI. I put together eight AI prompts. Yep, I'm going to give it to you for free. So the link will be in the description, or if you're listening to it through podcast, it will be somewhere in those show notes. Pick this up, family. We need to start embracing AI and stop running, because if we don't, we will get left behind, and now it'll be too late to catch up. So what I've done is put together 8 AI prompts just for you. And these, again, this is my way of saying thank you. I don't want anyone that's watching to me or listening to me to get left behind because they didn't know about AI and was nervous to actually leverage it. Let's move on to point number 3. AI won't take your job, but someone using it could. Ooh, I might have ruffled some feathers here. Again, AI won't take your job, but someone else using it could. Project managers who leverage AI will definitely outperform those who resist it. You know why I say that, and I say that boldly, is because of the fact that a lot of tasks that project managers have to do are they're repetitive tasks. They're tasks where we're doing a lot of data crunching or creating artifacts. That's why I'm giving you those 8 AI prompts to help you be able to create a project charter if you never created a project charter, especially my new project managers that are making this transition into the field, being able to take one of those prompts, now you have an understanding how to do it. So if you're ever in a situation where maybe you don't have someone, your program manager or your senior project manager or your direct manager comes to you and say, hey, we need to create a charter. Could you help me be able to create a charter? Boom, you plug this AI prompt in and it help you create an actual project charter. So again, I'll repeat, project managers who leverage AI will outperform those who resist it. Here's my actionable tip. Staying ahead by mastering AI powered project management tools will increase productivity, streamline and report, as well as gaining insights that lead to better project outcomes. Point number four, soft skills are more critical than ever. Again, with the changing with AI coming in and technology, the ability to lead teams, resolve conflicts, and manage stakeholders will always outweigh technical proficiency in any project. I know I'm going to have some debates. Bring them. I want them because reason why I say that is that a lot of people will say, yeah, I'll get this tool and I'll get that tool. Great. I love it. But what happens when a new tool comes out better than the old tool that you was using versus you developing the skill sets to allow you to be adaptable through each of the different type of tools. Let me slow that down and I'll repeat that again because I may have missed you. The ability to lead teams, resolve conflicts, and manage stakeholders outweighs technical proficiencies in many projects. And my reason for saying this is because nowadays you can even use AI to create code. Now, the caveat is, will the code be correct? You still have to understand the code from a technical aspect, but being able to have the ability to resolve that's a soft skill set to be able to resolve that conflict to say, hey, this code is not right. Or being able to lead teams who there in the beginning, there's a lot of dysfunction and teams just don't want to work together and you're able to bring them together to collaborate instead of having silos. This is a skill set that you can develop. Here's my actionable tip. Invest in improving leadership, communication, negotiation, and emotional intelligence skills. Point number five, the demand for business acumen is growing. Again, the demand for business acumen is growing. Project managers must understand how projects align with the business goal. Family, it's important to understand the bigger picture, the vision of what organizations are trying to accomplish. This is why one of my actionable tip is learn and strategic alignment to demonstrate the ROI on projects, the return on investment. Why are we doing this project? We're doing this project because it's going to bring in more revenue to the organization, and bringing in more revenue in the organization will allow us to have additional resources or be able to invest and experiment in different things that we could even get more business. We have this as project managers, we can no longer just see we have to be, oh, this is getting good. We have to be able to get out of the weeds at times and get into the bigger vision. We have to think like a CEO. What's the vision of this organization? What are we trying to accomplish? How are we going to be able to move forward? These are things, again, to be able to separate us from other project managers out there that are just focused on task driven items. Point number six, the gig economy is changing PM roles. Listen, I get it. I know you're looking for that project management role, but I'm seeing more contract based and freelance opportunities out there than I am seeing of full-time roles. It always fluctuates. Sometimes you'll see less contract roles and more full-time. So right now, I believe as the making of this episode, I think as of today, January 13th, 2025, I normally don't like dating the content, but I'm dating it here so we can look back is the reason that you're looking at more freelance and contract opportunities because of the cost cutting measures where as a project manager, yeah, you benefit. You actually can make more money as a contract role or freelance versus being a full-time employee. But there's disadvantages as being a contract or freelance role because once the project is done, unless they roll you over into a new project, it's the end of the contract. Or if you're on a 6 month or a 12-month contract, once that contract is done or the funds run out for that, if there is in a full-time role, they can maybe transition you into a different project or support someone else. And sometimes in contract roles or freelancing, they may, if they like what you're doing, sometimes they can find a way to put you in. So The gig economy is changing. Think about Uber as well. Remember when taxi cabs, they solved the problem where people didn't want to get in taxi cabs, or it was like that was the only option. So people started doing Uber. Think about Airbnb when people didn't want to stay in hotels all the time. They wanted to be in a place where they can bring their whole family, where we're all staying in one place versus you in this room on floor one and my cousin on my uncle's side is on floor 10. This brought everything together. So again, start thinking in this way. Start building. Here's my actionable tip. Build a diverse portfolio. Strengthen your online presence. Here, let me park here parenthetically. This is one of the reasons why I'm coming out again within the community, the project management community. I'm going to build a course around creating a presence online, building your personal brand. And only way that I felt that it was right for me to be able to charge somebody to learn how to build their personal brand, I had to do it. So this is why people are asking, "Hey, when is the community open? When is this opening?" I felt personally that I didn't want to sell you or provide you stuff. Excuse me. I want to make sure that you have something that is actionable, things that when you pay for that you can get a value on it. You're going to say, oh, he's selling this too cheap, or it's like he's just giving it away. Why do you think I've given away so much content? 370 plus episodes for free, no charge to you. And the reason why I do that, number one, I'm passionate about this thing called project management, and I'm passionate about helping people grow, especially my newbie project managers that's either making them transition or have 3 years or less of project management. Because I understand when I got into this game called project management, it was a lot of questions that I had that right away I couldn't just tap into somebody and say, hey, what do you think about this? Or what do you think I should do? So again, this is the reason why I've been hesitant to launch it, because I could have launched it and gave it, because I made an attempt to launch it and it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to provide more value. If you haven't noticed, I'm all about providing value. If I can't provide value, we won't do it. So again, I'm sorry for the long-winded action, but I'm not sorry because I want to ensure that you guys get the best out of when you step into this profession, because I don't want you to have a bad taste in your mouth about this thing that I love, that I hope you fall in love, called project management. Point number 7, adapting to change is critical. In this rapid market, change demands quick adaptation. You have to be quick to change, family. I know it's going to be uncomfortable. There's been many times I've had to change and I was so uncomfortable. I was so frustrated, but I kept my mouth closed and I stayed focused. And the reason why I kept my mouth closed, not because I didn't want to speak up or anything, is because I understood the importance of being able to be adaptable, even though it's uncomfortable. Eventually, if it doesn't work, at least I can learn from that experience and then apply it to either make it better or go in a different direction. Here's my actionable tip: develop change management skills to help the team navigate change or transitions more smoothly. Point number 8, project management is evolving, it is not dying. Listen, a lot of people say project management is dying, huh? See, the role of project management is shifting due to automation, AI, agile mindset, scrum frameworks. It's always constantly evolving, but it's not dying, it's evolving, family. So my actionable tip is stay relevant by learning about agile, scrum, lean, AI. These things are going to complement your traditional project management, methodology. So understand how important it is to do that. Again, family, I put together for you 8, and I do mean 8 AI prompts to assist you with project artifacts. Most people will charge you for this. I told you I'm about giving value, because I'm going to give you so much value that when I do start charging you for anything, you're going to look back and say, just name the price, because I'm giving it so much value, and that's my goal every time I make these episodes. So again, eight AI prompts will be. I'll have a link that you can get. It'll be just a 1 or 2 pager, probably a 1 pager that you'll be able to download. Keep these store this episode. Matter of fact, save this episode so you can go back and listen to the 8 point framework that we just went over. Here's my transformational remark, and I'll send you on the way. If you made it this far, I'm so appreciative. I thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to give me an opportunity to pour into you today. Point number one, project management is fundamentally people focused. And if you don't know anything else, I don't care. I love different softwares. I love AI. I love all of these things. But again, project management starts with people. So prioritize team engagement, motivation, and development to create high performing teams that drive project success. Number two, soft skills are more critical than ever. Invest in improving leaderships, communication, negotiation, and emotional intelligence skills. And number three, AI won't take your job. Someone who's using it could. So stay ahead by mastering AI powered project management tools to increase productivity, streamlining reports, and gain insights for better project management outcomes. Family, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm really excited about the aspect of seeing growth as you listen and watch these videos, but it's imperative, it's important that not only do you just listen and watch these videos, you take this information and apply it to what you're doing as a project manager. And if you're not a project manager, apply it in your personal life until you can get into that particular role. I go by the name of ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, hey, listen, that just simply means Ed. I thank you for this opportunity. Until next time.